pay attention to how your belly button is relaxing. Your ego is now disconnected from gravity. Remember how the ancient ones said, make sure your workday is sabotaged. If you will not surrender, someone else will. Remember the age-old proverb, if you want ganja you need to accept information. It's time to dare say no to traffic. The experience of being single can be a lot similar to being stalker. Feel the connection between your left hemisphere and the self. Let yourself be guided by the wise old wisdom. Speak honestly about hate. Terminate nature. Repeat the mantra, being is pointless, being is pointless, being is pointless. Naivety is actually a type of masculinity. Keep on tingling. Feeling woke? Shouldn't you get a cigarette? Wishing not to have been born frees us up to seem attractive. If you are concerned about everyday displays of psychology, you really don't know what everyday displays of psychology means to society as a whole. Focus on your breathing. The voices in your head are one with humanity itself. Remember to tell yourself, my soul is not being brainwashed. A person who explores silence explores infinity. Notice the connection between your brain and your body. Keep your eyes closed and try to think about this old wisdom. You don't have to be demeaning in order to control the masses. Don't forget that sinless be the brother, for the brother betrayeth the Lord's shepherd.
Hello. Oh, uh-oh. Hang on. Did I remember to remove the stuff after I backed him up? My stupid stream VODs? Gotta check really quick or gonna get really mad at me in a second. Crash OBS. Nope, we're good. Ignore me. Hello. It is time to play Mario Maker. Oh, and vigorously imbibe coffee. Here. Okay. Yep. That's her. Cats want something. That's okay. I don't need to stare at the Mean of the Hollower release date page. That can just be minimized. I need to stare at it a little. I feel like I'm missing something, but that's normal at this point. Oof, how you doing tonight? This is one troll level from the playtesting request queue in the troll library bandwagon Discord, and I thought I'd take a look. Cool, thanks for dropping that in there. We'll take a look at that after this. Okay. Interesting start. I mean, I knew it was going to do something silly. It coming back and being able to react to that and then dying is also pretty funny. In some time, yeah, a little bit, huh? Get off and see what it does. Puzzle, cool. Here's the last one, and I missed the boat. Oh. Up. Up again, and then one more time around the circle, and then we're good. Probably fun to take a look at. What in the hell happened to that P-switch just now? That was a mole. All right. That was distracting enough to not make me think about how there was definitely going to be a muncher in that pipe. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people check out a Mario Maker over time. Like, there just isn't much you can do about it. Oh, it's enterable. Okay. Oh, and I can't go back in. In. E-switch. Like, they're just, with no support, nothing draws people back. The one thing that made me want to make levels was new content. And then we just didn't get any more. Dummy. There's another one. Oh. Oh, all that to fake me out? And then you don't even let me die? You could put some booze somewhere up in the trip so somebody jumps back up so you could at least argue that you didn't softlock the player. Kelvin, thanks for dropping that in there. How you doing tonight? Was watching streams again? Yeah, that'll probably get you going. Seeing good ideas that people aren't capitalizing on or just getting ideas from watching stuff happen. Oh, I can race out of there. Oh. That's pretty funny. Works pretty well. But I feel like that's going to be a little precise. Oh, we have a second to get through it, though. Okay. So I guess duck slide? Eight seconds on that little wait there. Might start to wear thin. We'll see how fast we get to the first jump. Okay. Okay. Density, pretty high, right out the gate. Hopefully we don't have to wait on the P-switch. Wait, it wasn't watching Barb, was it? Because I feel like overall he's bad for Mario Maker at this point. Ooh, look, a soft lock in my hard level. Oops. Didn't get out of there fast enough. I'm gonna leave that in. Watch Barb. I used to really like Barb. He likes a lot of the same kind of games that I like. And is blunt and candid, or was blunt and candid. Oh, got him. We are really one little step at a time here. But I feel like at some point he got screamy and something happened. Harder to watch. Feels a lot more like he's putting on a show. And I know that's unavoidable and, you know, blah, blah. If it's your livelihood, you're going to try to make it work. I don't know if I actually need to duck there. Like, I get all of that, but I liked it because it seemed like he wasn't. He was just being a dude. Oh, I guess I don't need to duck in there. Making life hard for myself. I also liked Pooh back in the day. Those were the ones that I would watch at work. Grand Pooh Bear, when I was wanting to play Mario Maker. I'm an idiot. And had to actually work. Had to work in an office, like an adult. I don't feel like he got any worse. He just plays a lot of stuff I don't give a shit about. He doesn't play anything I care about. I don't. Mostly I would rather play. That's what it comes down to a lot of the times, too. Watching somebody else play stuff, unless I'm really busy, just makes me want to play stuff. Okay, so just don't jump there. So I guess react to the explosion? Yeah, okay. E in it? Okay, I'm really tired. I'm so tired of back in pipe and back in door, but that was a good setup for one. I held up because I saw the vine. And then stuff happened, and I continued holding up while I watched. Glad the checkpoint isn't too deep. Especially considering how many of these things seem set up to pop up at you, rather than present a decision. Less 50, 50, 90, and pretty heavy on the reaction stuff so far. Just jump. That's good. Nothing too complicated to get through there. Okay, really? You're not really making me do this thing here, right? You're making me do, like, the slip cheese? I can't tell if this is an intentional soft lock and that's the whole joke, which, if it is, fuck you. Or if you're expecting me to do the slip cheese, and that's a concern too, is I can do the slip cheese here. Or I can wait out the timer. I don't know what you want the player to do. That's bad. I would like to know. That was pretty funny. That was well timed out. Huh. That must be to mess with me on the claw there initially. Okay. Well, now we're small. That's how that's supposed to work. Yeah, I'm not sure what you expected the player to do in this room. You didn't find any way to take damage, so it seems like you want the player to do the slip cheese, which I don't think is general knowledge. Is general player knowledge, and I don't think it's something you should expect the player to be able to do, even after they get a checkpoint. And you did a soft lock joke earlier, so now I'm not sure if you think soft locks are funny, which they're not. I don't even think you should do it before the checkpoint, but you definitely shouldn't do it as a checkpoint gag or after the checkpoint. Oh, thought it was going to be the second one again, or the second one this time instead of not. I think that Kaizo block ruins your springs. Because you want the player to move at a good clip, and if they hit that block and still make it across, sports. They're not, the spring gag isn't gonna land. Yeah. I hope it's not 4. 4 wouldn't be funny. Okay, 3, but it's a little different. And then it comes back? But we can reload the room for free? Then it runs up on the side there. Can't tell if that's a reset or part of a mechanism or just unrelated to what we're doing. But let's see if the door kills us before we try riding it up. Ooh, that's going to be tough to actually do reliably too. Yeah. Yeah, I get the callback that you're doing there, but it feels like you're just adding a weight and something awkward. Yeah, you want the player to go fast here, and then that feels like a good read on getting the player with the spring, and you have a little backup there that it feels like you're kind of covering all the bases. But the first swing especially feels like a very good read. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna have to count that out. Depending on how you do that, you might not be in the right place either. It worked the first time we came through there, though, which I think is a good sign. As much as I don't like bad thing happen as a general direction for trolls, where everything is just kind of jump scare that kills you, really, really precise player snipes like that are always pretty funny. Predicting the exact place and time where a player's going to be is the right way to do that. Oh my god. I have to jump before the other one goes onto the lava? Yeah, the timing there isn't great. Oh, am I tired already? Okay, goes under. Right. Okay. All right. There's the end. So let's see what happens if we ride it up. There's another door, but it's... I'm pretty sure I buffered up the whole way through. That's pretty funny. I think you might want to further incentivize the player, although they might, Oh yeah, does anything happen if we wait? I know we can reset the room. Oh, there we go. That flips the switch. We must have reset it really fast the first time, or it doesn't work at the checkpoint, maybe? But no, nothing happens with the first couple. Nothing drops into them or anything. Good at Mario Maker. Yeah, it seems like maybe not fleshed out after CP1, or wasn't intended to be that long. Which, with the weights, makes sense. Probably the right way to do it. I think you're almost throwing away that fake door up there. And how silly that not quite reaching it interaction is. And I feel like you want to incentivize the player to look up there. Well, I think the player probably will wait to see what it does after they die once. So they'll probably see it one way or the other. But putting a coin up in that corner will really make the player curious what's going on. Especially... Yeah, I think you could get a little coin. You could get one coin up there enough to make the player be like, what the fuck is that doing? And if they jump for it... Oops. That should also be enough to at least start seeing this come up, or to catch it. Yeah, we don't reach it at all. That's funny. That's a pretty funny little setup. Yeah, I would work on some of those weights in the beginning there. Going to get me eventually. Work on some of those weights where possible, although it wasn't so long that it was problematic. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what the thought was there. But I would not expect the player to be able to do that, having a mushroom slip under thing. It's doable. And then we're just gonna book it. Oh, yep. And then there's something. Yeah. I bet there's something funnier you could do for the ending. That was pretty quick, especially for troll level. Not terrible, especially if this is not familiar. I do not recall being familiar with this creator. We'll take a look in a sec here. Let me take a little look at the beginning real quick here. I don't think this one went up on the right, but it would be even funnier if that was a callback to something else. If it does... Ooh, it does. Excellent! That leads to something up here, which probably just kills you. That's really great. Yeah, incentivize the player to investigate up there. You could do it on just the first one and then not the second one. But then the player will already be coded to do it from the first one. Okay, pipe's probably not enterable at all. Yeah, we didn't have to duck under here. Yeah, that's annoying. The shell there is a little tough to react to, but not terrible. We can back off of there, but I can't tell what's going on behind the other thing to know what is safe there. So I feel like the suspicious spike setup or whatever's going on there just isn't worth playing out. And then it gives the player a safe way to deal with the bomb. Just throw it over there and then wait and then go over the thing. There's definitely something better to do there than invisible spike. Yeah, overall okay. There's some funny little setups in there. Wow. These are some levels. It's a good effort, especially if it's your first troll level, which I suspect it might be. Yeah, very good effort for first troll level. Short is a really good way to do it too. If you're just getting the hang of it, read the guide, try to make something short. Try to stick to 30 to 60 seconds max between checkpoints, but it can be less if it's short. You don't need to have all of them, but it can be less if it's short. Consider in as much as possible when bad things happen to the player, how you can make that a player choice rather than just a thing that happens. Can you make the player curious, or can you force the player to choose? And then can you incentivize them to choose wrong, or really any incentive will make them overthink it, and then punish them for thinking, things like that. So that it feels a little bit more like the player has agency. Yeah, not bad. Alright. Oof, let's see what you got. J61. J87. You know, there have been a weirdly large surge of people making troll levels lately. Maybe I should be checking to see if, like, it's their first troll level or very close to first troll level before I started on it. Because that's helpful context. I followed my Power-Up Matrix puzzles. I followed up on my Power-Up Matrix puzzles. Is it this one probably? We do previous ones? We didn't finish that one. Did that one. We do the Power-Up Matrix ones. Do I remember them? Will I remember when I look at it? Did not. We did these. We did this one. We completed it. And we liked it. Yeah, I can't remember for shit. I was just curious, just trying to get in the headspace of, oh, this is going to be way too tough for me. Or, oh, no, we'll probably get this. There, on the easier side, that's good. I'm on the dumber side. Although that type of, like, really self-critical, self-doubty, self-limiting thinking, I think is really bad for you. That stuff kept me away from Kaizo and from tough stuff for a really long time. When it shouldn't have. Esports. Oh, I can't flip it again there. Okay. Let me go through this one. We get a lot of stuff to touch right away, which I like. Can we get that key now? I think we can. Yeah, we can. And we can flip this again. Interesting. That's neat. Does the other one give me Mario 2 mushroom? Interesting. That's a cool way to set power-up states, is a non-optional checkpoint. Oh, there's the P-switch up there. Okay. Unless we can return through the other pipe, we can't do more with that in there. P-switch will let me get up there. Other matrix levels are the same. That's cool. That's going to be too high, no matter what, right? Yeah, there's no way we're getting up that way. Oh, I have a key. Okay, I can go through that door. Which goes right there. That makes sense. And then I can go back down there with the fire flower using this checkpoint. Oh, that's cute. Maybe I shouldn't break all those ice blocks. Although, if you need me to be able to jump up there from here, I feel like you should put something there, which you did not. So you don't, probably? I guess I can go to the other side with the door now. I can melt the ice this way. I don't know if that matters, but it feels like this might be cheese, right? Is this cheese? Oh. Oh! Yeah, I don't know if that matters or if, I'll just pretend those are still frozen. Okay, we can go down there and get Mario 2, but the blue block is still flipped. Oh, but then we can go the other way. Okay. I think that works. I'm dumb. Go through this pipe. Yeah, it should be easy to prevent just by preventing the player from bouncing one up there. But yeah, you can get enough speed to throw one over there. Okay, so then we just need to not touch that. Now I can go up there, but technically that's supposed to be frozen, so let's say we do whatever this is first. That's a bomb. And he's gonna let me... Question mark. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there it knows. Well... What does this do? Nothing. Whatever is on the other side of that is really heavy. So I don't think I have to do this at all. So then let's go and get the fire flower from this other one, and then we can go through the door. Oh, we can't go through the door if we get the fire flower. We need the P-switch. Yeah, I think that does end up cheesing it. Oh, and breaking that, I feel like breaking that thing makes it harder to get over there now, with the, depending on the switch state. Oh, now there's a spring. Okay, never mind. I wish I had more time. Yeah, time. More time would be nice. This is too low, isn't it? Okay. The easiest way for me to flip the switch. I can go through the other one and then jump over, probably, right? Oh, no, I can't. Am I soft locked? I can't be soft locked. Am I soft locked if I break that ice block? I think I might be soft locked in the puzzle here, right? If I hadn't already fireballed those ice things, I know I could proceed. No soft lock. But I'm not sure how I can proceed from here. We have the spring, but I'm pretending those coins up there are still frozen. And solution lock? Yeah. Oh, is there something that kills me? Because I feel like I can't die. I mean, the timer's gonna get me here in a sec. How long can we survive at zeros? There it goes. Oh. I had a good idea, but didn't follow through. I mean, I cheated. I cheated on the, Oh, that one's conditional. Okay. This one probably is. 300 seconds. There's the key. Both conditional? Okay. Oops. Uh-oh. I remember how I got that fire flower. Don't quit now. I'm re-uploading. Okay. We just got it. Oh, I can flip the switch and go through the key door. I'm an idiot. Sports. Switch is flipped. I can go through the key door with the fire flower. I'm gonna not break those, but I feel like if that's necessary for whatever I need to do, it might be worth putting a semi-solid there. Like just part of a mushroom or whatever. That's cheese. That's what we learned. Oh, oops, I forgot to stop my workout. Get some extra minutes on it. Oh, hey, did you see that? Did you see that? I went through that pipe without grabbing the checkpoint. I don't know if that's also cheese, but I think you can move the checkpoint so that that's not possible. You might be able to just place that one tile to the right. Yeah. But I was able to go through there without getting the checkpoint. Oh, that's not cheese? Or it doesn't matter, probably? I guess I do want the Mario 2 mushroom. And I want to change the state here. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, hey, if I do that by being dumb, does that break everything? Yeah, that kills him. Does he stay dead? Yep, he stayed dead. I feel like that's a not insane place for the player to put the, these things either. They might stick them there. Oh, you can't really put a semi-solid up there either. Player will just jump on it. Yeah, I feel like you might stick him there. Yeah. I will start over and put a one-way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, one-way. Yeah, one-way. Well, as long as it doesn't let the player jump too high, but it seems like it doesn't matter. It just might let you up there early with the fire. But I'm sure there's a way to do... Oh, no, a bouncer would let those things get thrown in, too. Yeah, I'm sure there's some way to make sure that the player doesn't kill the... Oh, yeah, you could do something here that the player can't get through. That the player can dig out. Like a cloud? Like maybe a row of clouds here? That the player can dig out so that they can throw the snowball and it goes down there? Rather than these? Because the clouds wouldn't be movable to get in the way. Stumps have a purpose, okay. Did I use the key already? I think I did, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Mario Maker, thank you. That'll get me the spring. Now I can go up there with the fireball. Maybe. Oh, I swear I had all the pieces. What are we missing? I can go up here and change this again. Oh, maybe I can get the P-switch from the other side, and that's how I get the fire flower on the other side? Let me see here. I'm pretty sure getting up there and getting the fire flower is the end of it, though. Oh, yeah, there's a one-way up there. Yeah, that's gonna be the end. Oh, now I can shoot the fireballs. Okay, I think I see it. Now I have access to the spring and I can get the fireballs. And then I can get the P-switch. P-switch will respawn, right? So I think I can look at this and then discover that I can't get up there and then realize I have to go get the other thing again. Oh, I think I could get that early, though. Yeah, I could get that early, and that won't respawn, will it? Did you forget something? I assume this is what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, now I have free access to the P-switch here. Now I can do this. Hold on, how did I what? I did the thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was all correct. I went through the door. A communicate. Which thing did you do? Oh, I still need to clean out my fucking SD card. Well, here's what we can do. We can get annoyed by that. Let's see here. Oh my god. Wait, hang on. Let's appreciate this happening. Oh my god. I swear to god, I read the words Mean of the Holler, I start thinking about it, and it feels like when you have like a really like date that you're really excited about for somebody you've been talking to for a while. Videos. We go to videos, and then we go to the current broadcast, and then we can rewind even if we're not a sub. So now we can go see what we just did. This is awesome. Ugh. That's before we melted it. We were still dicking around. Okay, let's see here. What did we do? There's me being like, oh shit, I'm tired. What do I do? And here's me solving the problem. Yeah, see, this is here. Start thinking about it. Start playing with stumps and being stupid. Okay, here. I think this is where we solve it. I hope so. Yeah, I think this is where. Okay. Flip the switch. We get the fire flower. We go through the door. We go down here. I realize I should be able to reach the P-switch now, and I should be able to reuse the P-switch because it's stuck somewhere. So it should just respawn. And then, after that, I cycle around. I realized I could get that early and break things, and I'm like, oh, uh-oh. So then I cycle around, grab the Mario 2 mushroom over here, and then just hop on over, grab the P-switch again, and GTFO. Was that not the intended solution? What did you intend for the player? Not the intended solution. Okay. Yeah, it does lay out in a way where that feels correct. Are those ice blocks or those two coin blocks that I'm leaving there a problem? Might be what it is. Okay, we're getting caught up to reality now, and soon we're going to be watching me. Wait, hang on. That'll be really funny to watch. Let me fast forward to that point. Oh, interesting. So it stops at the point where you pull the stream up when you pull up the old one. That's pretty neat. Guess we can't watch me. Watch me. Okay. Yeah, so what was the intended solution? Which state was the switch in when you hit it last? Red open. It's the last switch state. So if you need the switch in a specific state, you might have to block off which way the player goes up there. Like you might have to block up red or blue over the upper area, the leaving area, where you get the fire flower and bail. Yeah. Felt like my solution was effective, though. But yeah, that's also how you can watch it back repeatedly if you need to. Okay, next. Kelvin. Let's take a look here. DLL. D4S. Good luck. Thanks. Sports. 4XG. Always makes me nervous when people say good luck. Then I assume it's going to be horror. Demo V2. But I recognize a lot of people just say good luck because it's a general friendliness. Stacking stumps on the seesaw and grabbing a snowball for extra weight. Oh, see, that makes that adds something. That's fun. Yeah, I think you might have to do a taller area down there to make sure the player does that. Yeah, what we did definitely worked and felt like a solution, and it didn't seem like I needed to do anything with the seesaw. I had moved on. Oh, this is cute. Oh, this is cute. So fast jumps. Oops. Yeah, I know people are just being friendly. Just always makes me nervous. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. I mean, there was a safe landing. I panicked and held right. At least I didn't have to hold something coming out of the door. I wouldn't get mad at a blue platform that falls down from the door, and then I land on the one that rises up. Would keep me put a little bit better, but I think it's probably fine. It's very close to the beginning, too, so you'll figure it out real fast. I wouldn't mind if I could tell what that one was about to do as well. Uh-oh. Oh, we're behind it. Oh, nope, we're in front of it. Ooh. Okay. Little bit of struggle with understanding exactly what you want me to do, but we're getting through it. There we go. That one went below the boundary, so maybe we stay? Yeah, we probably stay over there for a sec. Probably wait one more cycle. Did not think I was going to clear it. Oh my god. Buffy. That death boundary there is, right on the line, so you can kind of just panic jump, too, which I think is satisfying. Oops. Nice to get through by the skin on your teeth. Maybe that's not what you want the player experience to be, though. Skin in your teeth? Skin on your teeth or skin of your teeth? Yeah, this I like. These I can read. Weird. Weird and rude. Yeah, okay, dropping stuff from up top there. That's great. That is readable and clean. I like that. I like that a lot more than the pop-up stuff. We figured out the pop-up stuff pretty good by pivoting to that. Especially as we get deeper in an auto-scroll segment, I think is very smart. Especially if you want to keep it the way that it is. Okay, interesting, ooh, very interesting, iteration here. There's something wrong with my brain, and how it responds to parachutes. I think Super Mario World did this to me because of how weird parachute enemies are in Super Mario World. But I can never quite wrap my head around placing myself on them correctly. They're so much harder than any other one-tile landing. But I don't think it makes them bad inherently, especially since it doesn't look like they're creating pinch points, which would have been my only significant concern. Oops. See? See what happens to me? I just assume it's gonna wiggle fast and weird. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Super Mario World, parachute enemy. You don't just have a little GIF for me? GIF. A little GIF for me? What the fuck is that thing? No. Google does not have a quick GIF for me. But they're pretty weird. They're pretty weird. They wiggle a lot faster and in a smaller area. And in a way that is distinctly not parachute-like. The bubbles are weird too. The bubble level with the parachuting enemies that I think was in Special in Super Mario World. I think it was the Special Forest where you can get all the one-ups. That was one of my like favorite playground levels as a kid that I would just go and dick around in. Too bad we didn't get bubbles in Mario Maker. The bubbles were pretty cool. And Super Mario World doesn't really have a lot of anything special. And we have no boots in Super Mario World, so it's just Yoshi, right? We don't have a twirl or anything. Yeah, I feel like Super Mario World kind of has the least... Fix the 2 cheeses, uploading again. Yeah, feel free to drop it back in there and we'll try and sort it out the correct way and see how that feels. Although, I believe we have the answer now. Oops. I'm just slow tonight. Maybe it'll pick up later for Mina the Hollower. I'm gonna play Mina the Hollower the second it releases. I know they were very generous with release keys, so there are a ton of people already playing. Maybe I could have asked for one. Hello, I have 5 viewers, sometimes 10 on a really good night. Give me a key, for this game was not relevant. Ugh. I could have tried. I could have told them how much I love the demo and sent them my save data that has many, many files. But yeah, I'm doing that later. Doing that at release. We're not streaming until then. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna eat. I'm bad at these things. Flow's pretty good so far, though. The general idea is interesting, and the way it's put together makes it so I'm not fighting the auto-scroll. Not getting frustrated waiting for things to move forward or anything, which is good. That's what you want in the pacing in an auto-scroll level, especially a tough auto-scroll level. These are always a little janky. Oh my god. But some of that's me. Why am I like this? I watch it every time. I see myself jumping to the exact opposite of where it is. It's like those clips of people like sitting and watching like a blade swing back and forth on a pendulum and then running directly into the blade and being like, oh, what the fuck was that? Why did that happen? Like, brother, because you're an idiot. It's me. I'm the idiot. Ooh, can I do anything with that claw? Hang on, I'm going back. Oh, I can grab me. Oh, put a 50 coin up there. Oh, put a 50 coin up there, or like a bunch of 1-ups on a track so you jump up to them and they touch you. That'd be cool. That would make me happy. I would have been really happy if that was up there. Uh-oh. Oh, God. So if you reload this room, funny things happen. Okay, there's definitely a momentum component there that I don't think Yeah, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's momentum jank again. Oop, thank you. Yeah, it's momentum stuff. It's momentum stuff harming my brain. Without me noticing it. Which is often pretty janky for me in Mario Maker. And it isn't generally something that I would blame on the creator. That I wouldn't say, like, no, this is a bad choice. Although it can occasionally be a problem with conveyors, especially with some of the really weird ways you can retain momentum with conveyors and some moving track things. Like some of those really weird setups where, like, the state gets stuck to you, and then you jump, and it's just, you're getting yanked backwards, and you have no idea why. Let them move right and then jump. That's what I should do. Cool, thanks for dropping that in there. We'll take a peek here. Worried about getting pinched on that one, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Oh my god. Got him again. Maybe progress? I don't know. I don't know if that was progress. Yoshi in Super Mario World? I feel like Yoshi might be the only... Well, we have turn blocks. We have a couple of Super Mario World specific, different mechanics and interactions, but I still feel like it's less than almost every other style. And many of the things in Super Mario World were kind of carried into, like spin jumping, Yoshi were carried into New Soup as well. I feel like Super Mario World really could have used some of its own, unique objects. Bubbles would have been a fun one. Enemy bubbles would have been great. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Charging Chucks? Yeah, Charging Chucks would have been great too. Charging Chucks are maybe the most memorable Super Mario World enemy that had so many roles in Super Mario World that did so many things that are just missing here. And even if we just had the basic Charging Chuck, like the really basic guy who walks back and forth and then chases you, that would be such a useful enemy, especially if he could break turn blocks. Yeah, we could do such cool things with that. But Charging Chucks also had really unique projectiles between the Diggy guys and the football guys and the baseball guys. And the guy who wakes up fish or summons fish. Oops. Barnstorma, how you doing tonight? Yeah, Chucks were cool. Yeah, we're missing a lot. We're missing things that would have made Super Mario World feel special. Bubble enemies would have been fun, too. The snap was really satisfying. That, like, the little snap when you touched bubbled stuff. Like, I don't feel like that would necessarily be an incredibly unique thing. We already have blocks that can float by anyway. But I do feel like that was a pretty unique thing that we didn't have, that we haven't really seen since. The fucking Halloween guys would have been good, too. You playing SMB3? Reminds me how much is left out. What do you mean by left out? Oh, like how much is missing from later games? Oh, from Mario Maker, yeah. Oh, check out, hang on. I mean, maybe it's too late now, but, SMB3 Plus? Is that what it was called? Super Mario Bros. 35 continued interest server. I typed the wrong thing. I accidentally typed 35. Oh. Oh. It looks like there might be some continued... Oh, I'll check that out later. Okay, SMB3 Plus. SMB3 Plus adds in some really cool stuff that was missing that isn't exactly from Mario Maker, but it adds some really cool stuff to Super Mario Bros. 3. Very cool hack while still preserving what it was here. Hang on. Pop it in chat. It's worth checking out though. I had a ton of fun with that existing last time. Is that uploaded by the creator? Uploaded by unknown, maybe? Yeah, that's one from Infidelity. Yeah, that's one that I was thinking of. Yeah, adds in some really cool stuff while preserving essentially the original game. I think one of the characters has ground pounds. Let me pull up a little video here. Let me pull something up. Oh. Do 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 do. Barnstorma, thanks for dropping something in there. Oh yeah, a little intro animation. And then I think there's a... Is there a player selector right when you get started? Oh yeah, save data. Are they going to show off the selector? I remember playing through it and having a ton of fun with it. Yeah, there we go. There's a player selector, and characters have different physics and a couple of different moves that they can do. Oh yeah, ground pounding. Some stuff like that. The arms, yeah. You know... He's got fingers. That's fine. He's got big fingers, and it's fine. But I played through this, and it was a joy playing back through it this way. The ground pound interacts the way that you'd think, and there are a lot of opportunities to explore things that you wouldn't normally get to interact or explore with. It's really neat. It's really neat to play through Mario 3 with some modern little pieces mixed into it. It's a very cool hack. I wish it was a template for more hacks. There's some pretty cool Mario 3 hacks that are worth checking out, too, but that's a great way to revisit it. Very suddenly, just falling. Just paused it while it was falling. Been playing a lot of Hom Olden Area. Hom. Oh, what's Hom? The MM makes me think Mario Maker, but that's all I got. Heroes of Might and Magic. Esports. Is that the shootery one? No, that is not the shootery one. Some of my buddies really loved something that sounded like that was like a shooter, but you did magic stuff and had a staff. I played Heroes of Might and Magic. Mobile experience stuff and that type of thing never... Those types of games never really grabbed me. What do you call the non-mobile ones? Like the Civ style stuff. Never grabbed me. Oh my god. Yeah, going back and playing Mario 3, Super Mario World, the physics are so goddamn different from Mario Maker. That was a tough adjustment for a while when we were going back and forth between them. Eventually you get pretty used to it, but... Momentum. Momentum! Too bad we don't have giant stumps. Turn-based strategy, there you go. It never grabbed me. Grabbing a flipped Koopa shell? Yeah. Yeah, shell jumps were weird in Mario 3 as well, although they're basically never useful except for a couple of little cheese things. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I think, I remember there was something you had to do a little bit different to make sure that you would grab it. Just not be at P-speed? I don't remember what it was. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played back through Mario 3. Ooh. I don't know what it is. I feel like with the auto scroll and the backgrounds, I keep getting a little tripped up there. It's the speed. Everything moving at a slightly different speed is giving me a little bit of trouble, even just with the spin jumps. Oops. Flipping off. Oh, you know what it might be? It might be that it's a lot tougher in SMB3, and what I was playing more recently was SMB3A, which might have fixed it. The Game Boy Advance and the All-Stars re-releases might have made it easier to grab the shell. I haven't played NES Mario 3 probably since we played that Mario 3 ROM hack, or I think we did Mario Fantasy on stream as well, maybe? Mario Fantasy 3? I don't remember if I streamed that or if I just played it. But that might have also fixed it. That was really heavy working. That hack. That hack was excellent also. If you want even more Mario 3. Wow. Janky. Janky, different speeds. Oh, and then it's over. Where is that other pipe? What's that other pipe? That better not be a dev exit. Wow. Always sad we don't get that noise while we're on things that Mario World needs. Let me pull this up here in the viewer where we can see it. Sports. Browser. Looks like an unfinished segment, probably? Oh, yeah, probably just an unfinished segment. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. There's a dead B block over here, but nothing. That's good. I was worried. I was worried it was going to be a dev exit. Yeah, a little janky on that last bit of the journey there, but not too bad, and then we got through it. Yeah, overall pretty good. Where it's at, the flow is pretty good. Interesting iterations there with what you're working on. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wish I could stick to spin jumps once we started spin jumping. But yeah, that works. Fun stuff. Coof. Do you want me to take a look at that at the re-upload one, or do you want me to take a look at number 3? J61, J87, 40H. 4 more hours. Either works. Okay. What is this? Well, let's see. Let's see what the rest of it was. There was something with the teeter-totter that I wanted to see. How it works, anyhow. So... Cheese time. What does this do if I do this and this? This? Oh, that flipped the switch. I didn't know I could flip a switch over there. Okay. Yeah, I was completely... Oh, yeah, that's all you needed was a semi-solid. Now I can't kill him. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a friggin' switch over there. That changes things. Does that switch only work once? Or does that switch only work in one state? Only works once. Nope. It worked again. Nope. Oh, fine by me? Okay. I definitely can't reach the fire flower. Okay, fire flower is next though. Oh, but I need the switch state flip. Okay, well we can go down here and flip it and then get the fire flower. Go in the pipe as well. Esports. Oh yeah, I guess I could just flip it around and then come back up here, yeah. Yeah, either one should work. Can't see how either one would break anything either. That shortens things, but the solution should be about the same though, right? We should be able to just fail now, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's all on there, right? Okay, that was pretty quick. Yeah, now it's correct. New oots. Nudes. That was very fast. World record. But not first clear? Or wait, no, world record and first clear, probably. Yeah, good stuff. I think it works. I think it works now. Yeah, I think that was what we were struggling with, too. So we found a cheese to work around not knowing how that worked, and then it did work. But yeah, yeah, nothing forced me to play around with that off-screen switch there. I guess you could make the switch visible and the player would be more likely to fiddle with it. I just assumed that the, Oh, I assume the teeter-totter was a part of a mechanism that I didn't see or need to interact with, like some check or something else. I didn't even think, oh, I should keep putting stuff on it. But I don't know if you need to demonstrate that either. Playtest 2.3 from 2024. Where was number 3? There we go. From 2023. Long ago. Water. Water I can't jump out of. Does the frog suit fix that? I think it does. Interesting. Came to the conclusion to just leave it as a playtest and make the title part of the troll. Right there. Do. Oh, I guess Super Mario World has the pea balloon. That is the only, like, special Super Mario World thing I think that we get. I'm guessing the Muncher? Yeah, Muncher has the coin, which is indicated. The key. Does come back. We can take a POW out of there. Am I supposed to take a POW out of there? This key door goes over to here, which will do something once we get the switch flipped here. Maybe kicking this flips the switch? Gets me a coin. Oh, there's something going on up there. Okay, there's a conditional power-up up there? I want to take damage and come back here, I guess. Do 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 do. Oh. Leaves? Leaves up there? Do 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 do. Okay, there. Now there's a mushroom. We'll flip the switch. Will let me go through this door with the frog suit. And my P-switch, maybe. Is this real? Can I not go through the door with the P-switch? With the POW? Oh, 2 P-words. Oh, no, I can. It's just really awkward. Really super awkward. Ah, whoa! Was that correct? Oh, I think that was correct. Was I supposed to make that jump like that? Or did that cheese it just a tiny bit? I guess it would only be a small cheese. Oh, maybe it wouldn't, though. Oh, not enough space. We can't even roll it back and look. I should be deleting those rollbacks after I make them. Only have a stupid 256 gig card. Yeah, good stuff. Cute little puzzle. I'm not sure if we cheesed that in the end. But if we did, I think it was very minor, because we would have just made the jump up there and then grabbed a leaf and then flew over. But it seems like that all works fine. We just happened to catch the checkpoint as we were jumping out. Esports. Yeah, good stuff. Barnstorm, let's see what you got here. S8V. You went up the conveyor as frog. We jumped up to the conveyor as the frog, and then we flipped the as we jumped out of the water, once we already had the big jump from the frog, we grabbed the raccoon suit. We touched it as we were leaving the water, so we didn't need to get one out of the pipe. Another race level from this weekend. Cool. In Q3. XG. Yeah, it looked like mild cheese, but very mild cheese. No, I was already up. I just got the power up early. I wish I could roll it back, but I can't. But you can roll back on Twitch and see. I think it was pretty mild, though. Better step on the gas and buckle up. I think it saved me like 1 second. Oh, scared me for a sec. It might be, I don't know if it's too hard to reproduce. Here, hang on. We can go look. I don't know if it's too hard to reproduce, but I feel like it would be, more of a speedrun strat than actual cheese. Let me roll back here. Oh no, mute. Be muted. Do we get better control on this? No, we don't. Okay, here we go. Should be able to see it from here. We have the frog suit. We get ready to do the jump here. After we futz around with the POW. We get ready to do the jump, and we catch that after we jump out of the water, getting me the raccoon suit there instead of from the pipe with the raccoon leaves in it. Raccoon feathers, and then we throw it, and then we get out of there. So probably a viable speedrun strat, but not real cheese. Get P-speed running the conveyor with POW in hand, then grab the leaf in midair. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty much just doing that. We had the POW and everything, so we didn't even skip any steps. We just kind of got a leaf very slightly early. With a really awkward jump. So if you touched the CP and didn't jump, you'd be fucked. Yeah, you'd have to loop back and grab another frog. But we'd be able to go through the door and then back through the pipe to grab a frog that way. I think that prevents you from getting soft locked or death locked. Got it. DK Summit. Is that from the N64 one? Oops, I twirled again. From Wii? Okay. Oops. So the lines are hold indicators. I see that now. Sure hope that's the case. I'm in trouble if it's not. Oh, God. Spicy. Okay. My nose is still cold. Yeah, I got cold nose today. It's a little cool in here. Boom. Womp. Night crashed out on a funny note when I fucked it up. The Wii Mario Kart I didn't play a ton of. Like, I've never played a ton of Wii of Mario Kart, but that one I didn't enjoy playing alone at all, even to, like, complete the necessary tasks. Hey, Coop, thanks for popping in. We'll see you later. Glad you're making stuff. It's always nice when people return. But I also feel like it's unavoidable that people will drop it slowly. Which Nintendo could fix if they cared about us. Oops. Oops, oops. Sports. Oh, I missed the hold. I missed the hold. We don't make money anymore? I mean, they could make money on it. They could give you access to new blocks only if you had Nintendo Switch Online. Something like that. There's lots of ways they can make money on it. They could sell them for $1. They could do all kinds of things. I don't need to throw that there. I'm making it harder than I need to. Oh. Switch Online plus Mario Maker 2. Yeah, Mario Maker 2 Battle Pass. That'd be a really funny way for them to start experimenting with fucking Battle Pass stuff. Oh yeah, I'd waste money on it, but honestly, I would pay. Like, after seeing this, I would pay for something that keeps the community that keeps the community interested, you know? It would be hard to deal with, like, segregation based on what block pack you have access to. Mathelete, how you doing tonight? Thanks for dropping that in there. But, man, it would just be nice if, you know, if they were still releasing stuff for Mario Maker, people would still want to play Mario Maker. That's what it would boil down to. More people would see stuff come out and be like, ooh, I want to play with that block. I'm going to boot up Mario Maker. And then, ooh, I'm going to make a level. Oh, I'm going to find somebody to play this level. I'm going to go post a video of this level on Reddit. I'm going to go yell about this level on Twitter. Uh-oh, full of Nazis. Which, naturally, you like because you're active on Twitter. Yeah, for some reason I just don't, yeah, have a good night, bud. For some reason I just don't want to twirl, when I have the bomb in my hand. By the way, next time is in, like, 5 hours? 4 hours now? Hang on. Hang on. Watch as your clear rate gets lower. Next time is in 4 hours. It's 11 p.m. 7 now. 3 hours. I really have to wrap up at the time. I'm very excited for this game. How excited people were for Hollow Knight? I am that excited for this game. I feel like if I make a super world today, it'll be hard to get plays and maker points off of it as less people play the game. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything for maker points at this point, but I also wouldn't have done anything for maker points earlier at any point. In general, it's stupid to chase number go up. With Nintendo especially, it couldn't possibly be more stupid to chase number go up. Oh, yeah, you can spin with the bomb, too. Yeah, you can spin and you can twirl. Yeah, Nintendo's bad at number go up. It is DK Summit, yeah. But I also recognize that some people would not make things if it was not for number go up, but also, often those things are not good. I wish that they had not locked unlockable content behind that, though. Oops. Ah. For some people, that does motivate them to want to chase after it, and then they get stuck. Basically, I send levels to Twitch, yeah, or for a while, really popular, popular Reddit posts. For a weird time during the pandemic, the fucking flagpole death levels. Like, what the fuck is this? Look at my really tight speedrun where you die on the flagpole. Eat your entire Nintendo Switch, put it in your mouth, and swallow it. I hate that. I hated that so much. Pre-pandemic, the biggest reason to get people to play one of your levels so you could show off your Reznor fight. Yeah, I don't think it's unusual to want to share things that you made or ideas that you had. I just hate incentivizing it numerically. Like, Mathelete, I think we were talking about Smash the other day. Wasn't that you talking a lot about Little Mac? Well, we were talking about Smash the other day, and the way GSP works in Smash Ultimate, giving players that number go up creates a perverse incentive to, rather than play in a way that's generally fun or that recognizes the other human wants to play Smash, it incentivizes you instead to ignore the other person and think, how do I get my number to go up that defines my skill faster? Yeah, and I don't. I stick to Arena because of how awful it is and how nice the latency mods are. But if you do look at it, if you do play a little bit, you very quickly realize people are doing things to specifically chase GSP and nothing else. The 3-minute people with the Smash Ball or Smash thing on, so they could get a Final Smash with a good Final Smash character and then yank a stock and then circle camp was super common. And even now, when I was messing around with it a couple of months back, playing a little bit more Smash, you still run into people like maybe 1 in every 5 matches who are very clearly trying to cheese GSP. And that's what I mean by Nintendo is super bad at it. They do not understand the perverse incentives they'll create. In that case, though, I think it might have literally been Sakurai being awful and being like, no, I don't want people to play competitively. I keep forgetting to spin jump there. Yeah, if you have a moddable Switch 1, the latency reduction mods, the two of them together, can make it as low latency as local play for you. And although that's arguably an unfair advantage in online play, I don't care. But I don't want to play esports quick play. But it's really, really nice in Arena. I used to just flat out refuse to play Arena with even buddies who are like down the road from me. Because of how awful the latency was and how much it changed how you had to play. And with the latency reduction mods, it's a completely different world. It's a playable game now. Which 2 people with no access to the source code were able to do on their own. They were able to do what Nintendo literally could never do, which is fucking hilarious. No, Nintendo doesn't really understand server-based interactions, so it basically is always peer-to-peer one way or the other. So it requires both clients to trust each other implicitly. So if if either one is out of sync, it waits until they're both in sync again. That's how you get lag. And to compensate for this, and the fact that Nintendo is scared of the word rollback, they just made it so that there was a bunch of extra lag in the game. That's why they added latency in online play that isn't there offline, so that they would have some latency to chew up if there's a little bit of lag before it starts dropping frames. What the latency mod does is it just removes that, so that it reacts when you want, right when you start. So if you are further away from somebody, it's much worse. It'll turn it into a fucking slideshow. And the other latency mod fixes something with the way they did VSync and triple buffering, and removes some built-in engine lag. So it really improves the experience. Yeah, it is really too bad that Nintendo is so bad at netcode and at online interactions. Because it makes it really hard to have a good time with Smash. I re-grabbed there, and that was too much hang. Interesting. Oops. Oh, hard. It's hard to get that spin. Oh. Yeah, I guess, you know, race is over or whatever. You're probably not coming back to it for those purposes. But I wish I had a little bit more run up to that jump. I wish that blue platform was 5 tiles wide instead of 3. I keep trying to go just a little early. I made the song weirder. Yeah, all that said, Smash should not have server-based communications. Having a third party in between the two that needs to maintain trust between the two would just add more latency. But rollback is what they should have been looking at. Some capacity to compensate post-hoc for any mismatches, rather than freezing the game until it matches. Which Rivals of Aether 1 did with one coder did it in Rivals 1. Rivals 2 had a larger team, but nowhere near the size of what Nintendo had, and they did a great job. Rivals 2's netcode is bonkers how good it is. And playing in their arenas a little bit too is crazy too, because you get counter picks and you have access to so many things that are just so obvious when you think about it for 1 second. You're like, why the fuck doesn't Nintendo just do this? Why did they never do any of it? Aww. We got just a little tiny bit more of the song that time. Oh. So, a lot of the jumps are tight enough that it's sensitive to re-grabs. That if I buffer a little early, if I re-grab to buffer my next big jump, I will be off from where I want to be. Oh, to the point where it caused me problems. So I'm trying to be more precise, but I keep missing it. I keep either going a little too early or a little too late. And then I want to throw that bomb at that fucking thwomp. Or maybe if that thwomp was a little further out. Oops. A littlest bit further out. Oh my god. No, I mean, you can see what I'm pushing. I don't think I'm letting go and re-grabbing. I think more of it's that I'm grabbing a little early, and sometimes that puts me off, I think. It's just barely pushing me out from where I want to be. Yeah, I wish it was a little further out. Or I had a little bit longer run there. I feel like I'm never prepared for that Z. Aww. I feel like I did it right. Oh my god. I have to delete some videos so we can roll back. We can watch the replays. Yeah, I know it's full. Is it really that slow? You can't delete on the screen? Oh my god. What are upload settings? I look. Maybe you can automatically upload stuff out? None of these were anything interesting. Yeah, this is just me recording stuff. Okay, delete. We're just going to delete a few of these, and then I'm going to go back. Me liking a level? Good job. Good job, me. Because I also record things that I think are mechanically interesting. And I don't want to lose any of those, because I've been collecting those for a while. But I think most of these are me running replays. Look back at something we did. Oh, that one was cool. I didn't know that was possible. Yeah, I gotta just dump these off of here. Oh, that was the janky hitbox. We'll delete that. That should be enough. Yeah, I wanted to mess around with that, and then I forgot. Maybe we'll mess around with that here when we run out of levels to play. See if we can find anything fun with that. Because it looked a little bit like it might be either storing your Yoshi state or storing your carry state while not being in it. And if that's what it is, holy shit, can you do some fun stuff with that. Oh my god. I want to buffer it! Aw, I threw too late. It's a little cold in here. I'm not warming up. I assumed it was... see here, because I just worked out before stream. But now I think the AC is just blasting its balls off because it's a little warmer outside. Yeah, I'm very excited for Mina the Hollower. I played the demo many times. I was speedrunning it for a little while. For fun, casually. I figured if I got real close to the competitive times, I would start submitting, but I did not. I was still a couple minutes off. But it was extremely fun. All the starter weapons are really fun. I really loved the Game Boy Zelda games, and I really love the aesthetic that they're going for, and I really love Shovel Knight and Shovel Knight Dig. I'm really excited to see what it feels like. Very excited. Ow. I don't know why I keep landing so late on that one. That has to be something I'm doing. I must just be jumping a little late at some point. Getting a real late jump that's pushing me forward a little bit. Yeah, I really want to throw it again there. My brain tells me that that is the correct flow, even though it is not, and I can't stop fucking it up. Aw, we made a tiny bit of progress. You should look at the room before checkpoint and viewer. Uh-oh. Why? Because I'm never going to make it there? Not a troll, but a choke room? Uh-oh. We'll take a look here either when we give up or when we finish it. Aw. I didn't want to choke. I wonder if you could put a Kaiser block there to catch the player if they spin jump early? I don't think it would get you across there, but I think it would be funny. Oh no, it might get you across there. But I see Z, and I want to spin. Forgetting everything now. Troll choking room. Oh my god. Speaking of choking. Can I go back in the pipe? Maybe? If I'm careful? I can go back in the pipe. But all it does is bring me to the start. A German streamer one-shot this in the race? God damn. Germans and their precision. Yeah, somebody just messaged me the word German on Discord unrelated to this conversation. Which is also weird. I think they do better at New Super Mario Bros. The Germans do? Do they really like New Soup over there? That would make me sad. I haven't previously had a reason not to like Germans, but that would be up there. Top four were all German. Oh my god. And then there's me, jumping into that icicle 4,000 times. I twirled when I shouldn't twirl. Polish, Irish and Scottish and all that stuff. All around there. Little tiny sprinkle of Japan. I think I have it somewhere. I forget constantly. Oh, there it is. Nope, not random CLSID. What is that? That's probably some stupid sync file. Does this dox me? No, it doesn't dox me. No doxin? No doxin. Okay. Let's see. How much German is in here? None? Where's Germany? Isn't Germany here? Is this Germany? Broadly European. Maybe they don't specify that much. I know a lot of it is French and German. There we go. But then they're still mixing it together. British and Irish. Do. Not enough German to do it. King Chaos, how you doing tonight? Thanks for dropping that in there. Yeah, 23andMe was not my idea. I, have a picture of it. A ex of mine wanted to do it, and I was like, don't use my name, don't use my email address. You can give them fake information and then do it. She was like, yeah, I'll do that. She just puts in my email address and my full name and everything. That's great. Super cool. Can't wait for them to one day be like, oh, I'm sorry, your genes are a pre-existing condition because we bought this data. And I'll be like, isn't that illegal? And they'll just shoot me. Could be where we're going. Doing pretty good. No bad level so far. Oops. I'm bad at Mario Maker. Queen of the Howler comes out soon. 100%. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, and eventually just asking questions will be like a public menace to society, and they'll just be like, nope, bye. Clone, but how you doing tonight? Getting there. We're getting there. We're gonna have data centers in our yards, and those data centers will be protected by surveillance systems that will be everywhere. I saw a thing today that they're turning cameras on buses into license plate scanners, and that one company's got robot dog security esports robots that are also license plate scanners. Block bought a mayor at some point. Like, they were having trouble getting into some big city, so they just bribed the mayor to be like, hey, quit your job and then push this through, and then it'll be legal. Like, the level of regulatory capture that's just a normal part of capitalism now is kind of absolutely fucking bonkers. Oops. Check it Z there. Maybe one day we'll get to do our votes directly on Kalshi. Trouble time. You just log into Kalshi. It'll assign you how many votes you're allotted based on your social credit score and fiscal value to the society. And then you'll get to, choose what legislators do based on your economic capabilities. Good fun. Her dogs have cameras everywhere. They can smell? And they can smell? Dog cameras? Oh my god. Job emails. Job emails for nonsense. Speaking of perverse incentives, too. Man, I really... well, one, I would like to be able to squeeze the life out of recruiters with my bare hands. I feel like that should be a thing. Like, we all are allowed to do that to a point. Oop. I think I need to regrab there. See, I'm not regrabbing there, and I keep not making it. Even though I'm doing both twirls. Both of them are pretty good so far. Nothing bad. We started with a mediocre troll level, but pretty good. But, like, the fact that so many recruiters are incentivized to contact as many people as possible for jobs means that recruiters are not contacting me to find me a job. They're contacting me to check a checkbox. That sucks ass. And I know there's a bonus structure for a lot of professional recruiting positions, so the more people you contact, the lower your bonus structure. That's easy. You contact more than 100 people, no bonus. You contact more than 500 people, and any one of those 500 people is allowed to kill you and gets all of your money if they do. That's it. Problem solved. No more problems with recruiters. Every single recruiter who contacts every single person will be doing it with purpose. I forgot the Z again. No, not progress. That's where we died. The furthest we made it last time. I gotta put Z in there. Oops. Barnstorm, does making this make you better? Like, do you get a lot better while you're making this, or did you have to grind the upload forever? Panda, thanks for dropping that in there. How you doing tonight? How many is that? Columba, you popped something in there. No, you didn't. Okay. That's 2 more. I actually have to, I have like a hard out, because I have to eat, and then get ready for Mina the Hollower later. I will still try to get through the queue. I just might do it really fast. You played so much of the style, it wasn't too bad. Ouch. Eat and stream. Curry mukbang. I want a little break because I'm going to be playing Mina the Hollower at least until I feel like going to bed, so it might be a while. We're going pretty late. We will see. Panda, how you doing tonight? You guys said thanks for putting that in there, right? That's 3 in there. 3 and this one. Also, I'm not going to forget my own moves. I might. I didn't even realize your face. Yeah, the top left one zooms in. And then there's a thermal camera that will point at the cats if they're doing anything. They've been pretty boring tonight. And then there's the other 2. And then there's also another one over part of the stream that cat is on. And then there's some channel point rewards to add more cameras. But if you think that's not enough, let me know. I'll add more. We can put more cameras in. Got a box of cameras. Think we need 5 more? Hang on. There we go. There's another one. Where's my little zoomer for that one? Where's my buttons? Logitech camera. This one is supposed to be pointed at the cat bed, but the cat hasn't been going in the bed. There's the cut on my arm. Here's my face. Some of my text messages in the background. Let's probably minimize those. Boom. We're covered in cameras. This one will randomly zoom out at some point, as it likes to do. That's 1 more. Okay, there were already 3 cameras on me, but adding another one makes me feel like there's too many cameras on me. Crackers. Crackers looks dead. Yeah, I'm very tired of recruiters contacting me for roles that they either clearly have put way too many people in for, because that's what they're getting rewarded for, is there's some KPI, there's some performance indicator that they're being measured by for how many people they pester per week. So that's what they do. Which sucks. Oh, we keep dying there. Which sucks because I've had I've been placed by recruiters for a couple of roles in the past. I've had some pretty good experiences. Like even the agency I've used in the past, Tech Systems is a popular one in IT. I have a guy that I work with there, but they still contact me. I get some dipshits from other parts of the state that I'm in, from Wisconsin, just calling me and being like, "Oh, hey, blah blah." Like, do you not like literally check if this person already is on contract with you guys or whatever, or looking for work through you guys? Fuck you. It's annoying. It's a stupid job market right now. Oops. It's a quite stupid job market. 15 years of experience. But Not educated enough. Or overexperienced. That one I regrabbed really early and we just plopped right over the next. It is from DK Summit on Wii, which I know because I asked. I think Mario Kart Wii was my least favorite Mario Kart. I know that's a little bit of a hot take, but none of them felt as poorly, sports. Mario Kart Wii, I think, had the worst rubber banding. Out of all of them, it was just, like, there was so much chaos if you were in first place. No switch. Yeah, I definitely had one of those goddamn steering wheels. Clump, thanks for dropping that in there. Is that a troll level clone? But let's go ahead and close it there, and we'll get through what we got there. Ooh. Oh my god, too early! Rubber banding in the Goron race? In Zelda? Yeah, Mario Kart World was okay. I feel like Mario Kart World didn't quite hit what we had just with Mario Kart 8. And they definitely could have given us more to do in the car. Like getting out. Yeah, they're just not very fun. Like, I don't hate the idea of an open world driving game. And I'm not saying turn Mario Kart into fucking Grand Theft Auto. But holy shit, like, let me get out of the cart and talk to people and go into stuff. Like, have that be how we access other areas. And at a bare minimum, that would have given us a little bit more to do there. The same way, like, in Mario Maker, we have a tiny 3D platforming engine that was done just for the main world map area. Like, it's not something that's outside of Nintendo's capacity to do. Oops. It wouldn't have been that hard. And it would have let us, like, talk to NPCs, and they could have just done all kinds of little things. Yeah, the weird highway driving thing that a lot of people didn't like, and then they doubled down on it was crazy. And then I kind of dropped it after that. Hey! Thanks a lot for the subscription there. Yogi2221, lurking and subscribing.
221,221.
Appreciate it. Thanks for your prime.
Subscribe. Thanks.
100% of that money goes towards Castry. Oh, we did it again! Oh, I got a key. Yeah, not much to do, and the things that there were there to do just weren't that great. Like, we have tons of other driving games they could have looked towards for inspiration, so it's weird that they didn't do more with it, considering how much less it had than Mario Kart 8. Halfway to Hot Tub stream. Yeah, we're getting there. Hot Tub, Mario Maker. Maybe a cat in a boat, if one of the cats wants to go in a boat. That's up to the cats. Yeah, I like 7. I like the DS one a lot. I really liked the DS one a lot. That one was really, really fun. I liked the sub-modes, the battle modes and everything in the N64 one I had a lot of fun with. Oh, Double Dash was good too. I know that's a classic for a lot of people. I like Double Dash on the GameCube. Yeah, World, I feel like they just kind of missed it a little bit. And for a launch title, that's a mistake. But Nintendo has extremely loyal fans who will spend all of their time on the internet telling you, no, it's not a mistake. It's actually super cool. We only have 4 Nintendo games for the Switch 2. Fuck you. You're wrong. Did you see the Steam Deck's $1,000? Yeah, fuck you. Haha, Nintendo's winning. It might have been a bot that subscribed. I don't know what the hell that is. They didn't say anything. They have a lot of badges. They're just watching. Just back there watching. They got some badges. They got a 2025 badge. Accounts from 2024. No, I think they're a person. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and like they did the cool Tony Hawk stuff in Mario Kart World, but I feel like it wasn't that rewarding. Like, I guess it never felt that rewarding. It felt like it was underutilized. Oh my god, every time we're doing that. Every time we're doing that. Aw, re-grabbed. At least DK game was really good. Can't wait till 2029 when we get another first-party game. Maybe Mario? Maybe they'll do an ARMS platformer? Ooh, an ARMS RPG. Oh, and then they could remake the first Splatoon? That'd be fun. Yeah, they could remake the first Splatoon and make the tick rate worse. So it matches the tick rate on Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3. Ooh, and another Mario Kart 64 remake? We haven't seen that in a while. That could be better than doing, a new game. Oh my god, and then what if after the Ocarina of Time remake, they remade Ocarina of Time again? That would be cool. Watched you for months and have never spoken a word? Yeah, maybe. Although then I feel like you would anonymously gift a sub. Like, it would be weird to do the sub rather than an anonymous gift sub. They'll remake Ocarina of Time 3D. Yeah, they'll give us Ocarina of Time VR with the little VR headset. But it's a separate purchase in each language. How am I sailing past that so many times? In glory? That would be fun. That would be work. So they would have to charge even more. Mario Galaxy already made me barf time. Real barfy. Long time lurker, never typer. Oh, Santa Man, how you doing tonight? Yeah, thanks for using your Prime. Yeah, it probably just sits there, so, you know, throw it at me. Free money. Mario Galaxy already, makes me pretty nauseous. Gives me a lump. The Little Planets, I don't know what it is, but that's the only game that I was ever bad with. The Little Planets, make me feel pretty bad. I got through it with, anti-nausea meds and finally played through them a couple years back. But yeah, even after I got my VR legs, it was still kind of tough to get through. So playing those games in VR would definitely make me vomit. Oh. Note keeps playing for a bit after you die. Yeah, a couple of them are like that. I don't know. New Super Mario Bros. U is broken? Thank you. Oh. Well, there are some alternatives to soup. We got Super Mario World. We got 3D World. Although I guess no music levels in 3D World now. You twirl half a second early. Vertical momentum is totally different. Oh, I hate this game. Oh my god. Well, Santa Man, make a Mario Maker level. Then I'll be real mean about it. Yeah, it is all New Soup physics. New Soup gives us the twirl. So you'd need an alternative jump extension if you wanted to do anything else, and that would be problematic. But it does seem like what we're doing with the twirl here is pretty rough. I'm trying to pay attention to the indicators, but yeah, we're having a lot of trouble just missing. Oh, we did the spin jump, but I didn't hold it. That's enough. Let's take a look at the thing you told me to look at. Then we'll move on here. Where's my button? Level viewer? It's not. It didn't get the level? Pause heart. Exit course. Can I have the level viewer, please? There we go. It's just being a goofball. I wonder when it dropped it. Pull it up here on stream. Browser. Don't have the game? Wolfclock just got the game to do that. That's pretty funny. Account sharing time. Probably pretty cheap used at this point. A lot of people have given up. Okay, so you mentioned some chokehold to take a look at. Barnstorma. Let's see here. Triple jump into... Oh, we were pretty close to, I assume, the checkpoint? God, I hope so. Oh my god. What is this? What is this? I linked a clip that you can peek at later? Okay. Is this what you're talking about? Is this mess in here where we're waiting for this? We're probably, yeah. So we're probably kicking off the doors here. And then we go through the pipe. And then there's another checkpoint. Okay. Blue shell room. That's mean. That's very mean. You have to waste time to fall out of first place. Ugh. Rough. Pow, random sky pow. Oh, you probably grab it and then chuck it. Yeah, I see what you're doing there. Yeah, cool. Well, you can drop back in another time and we can try to be better at it. But we're struggling. Oh, there's like 0 level creators. Yeah, it's slowing down. It has been slowing down. Well, we were talking about that earlier too, and a lot of that is just, I feel like Nintendo stops giving us stuff, people are going to fall off. People aren't going to make things forever, which is just kind of a sad reality that Nintendo could have fixed at any point by, hey, let's just do a little more Mario Maker. Hey, you know what? The Mario movie features Mario Maker. Let's just put a little bit of stuff in there, right? Nope. Sports. M83, Super World. Okay, let's take a peek. Hopefully, uphill from the old levels we were looking at, right? Nowhere to go but up. Is that optional room? I think it was required. Oh, but I think he meant level creator games besides Mario Maker 2. Oh, there's like 0 level creators. Wish there were more of those types of games out there. Sure, there are actually. There are a good number of them. Zelda Classic exists. On PC. We have Questmaster? Where's Mathelete when you need her? We have Questmaster on PC that will also be out on Switch at some point, but isn't yet. But that's also Zelda oriented. Zelda Classic, I think it's just called Z Quest now, is ancient. It's literally like 30 years old, but has a pretty big community still. It has a community that exists. There's also Meet Your Maker on PC, which is also a level creator. There's a couple other, let me see here. I Wanna Maker is also on PC, which is a kind of I Want to Be the Guy Maker, but very Mario Maker-y. Oh no, that was not great. They were kind of doing the same thing as Questmaster. There's another one. Oh, Levelhead. Levelhead is also another one. I don't think Levelhead ever came out on the Switch, but it might have. Levelhead Switch. There aren't a ton of them on Switch. Levelhead also came out on Switch. So you could look for Levelhead on Nintendo Switch if you want another level creator and share type thing. But there are a couple. There are definitely a couple of interesting options out there for games like this. I know there's a ton of ROM hacking tools like Lunar Magic as well. And a ton of there's some kind of Mega Man Maker out there too that exists that I'm not familiar with at all, but I remember writing it down somewhere. But yeah, if you just want to play stuff, I think ROM hacks are the way to do it. you want to make stuff, the list is a good place to start. 2 lakes and a big lake. Big lake. So there's no uphill. Well, again, aesthetics aren't. I don't think aesthetics are urgent, but diversity in platform is kind of important in platforming. Mario 64 3D as a maker? Oh yeah, there was a really weird little yeah, Mario World Maker, Mario 64 Maker thing. I have the ROM somewhere. I think we played with it a tiny bit. But yeah, it has no good capacity for sharing. This is the level with the highest clear rate. Tempted to move it to World 1. Well, at least we have more than just flat. You don't love Super Mario World enough to learn Lunar Magic. Well, you should love Super Mario World more. Yeah, play some of the team jump hacks. Or play Oo's pretty hard. Yeah, play some of the team jump hacks. Some of the funny gimmicks that you can do in Super Mario World are just unbelievably fun to mess around with. Yeah, I think the thing that sets Super Mario World apart specifically is how much has already been done as far as assembly goes. So you don't have to learn... You'd have to learn a lot to start doing Zelda 2, and you'd be working within the confines of a pretty crappy editor, if there is one at all. Versus Lunar Magic, where it's not great, but a lot has already been done for you. The Quest one, Quest Master, is on PC and should be on Switch eventually. That lets you make Zelda-style stuff that's pretty popular. Okay. Sailed on through. Wasn't bad. There's a little bit of verticality, which, especially in an underwater level, is nice. It gives you something to hang on to. No gimmick or specific theme, just kind of, there were some bloopers, doing blooper stuff, but it was fine. It was an endless normal level. You would run into and be like, you would have no negative thoughts. Maybe no positive thoughts, though. Another lake. There's also a huge community around Super Mario World, which I think is also kind of an important thing, and one of the things that, okay, this is interesting. One of the things that Mario Maker has that, one of the only other games that has something like Mario Maker's community. You guys gonna... No, you guys are just gonna be annoying. Well, I hope I don't have to wait cycles. That's always kind of the worst part about levels like this, where you're having to wait out the cycles. It does seem like we could skip some of that by just getting on top here. Yeah, this at least has a gimmick. I don't think you absolutely need some kind of gimmick, but we were talking a little bit yesterday about iterative design and the way... Oh, you can't slide underwater? Man, I want to squeak through. Wait longer for cycles. Uh-oh. It used to be horrible? Uh-oh. Oh, you used to have to wait longer. Now you don't have to wait as long. I gotcha. Well, and if we do this, we can just tease it, right? So there's a faster option. Except for that. When the fish goes under the water, then they have an active hitbox again. Then you can't bounce on them. And they get low enough with the water rising that sometimes they'll be able to hurt you. Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna do this, though, you want to have a little bit more for the player to do while they're swimming under this than... Fun? Oh, they're gonna pile up, aren't they? Okay, I'm just gonna go under them. Thank you, Galoomba. That was nice of you. Yeah, you probably could put spikes up there and significantly reduce the cheese potential. Or bouncers just above the height that the player can get to. That wouldn't disrupt the fish at all, but it would prevent it from prevent the player from trying to get up there. But I also don't think, especially in a traditional level, that speedrun strats are too bad. Yeah, I wish we had water. I really wish we could bind anything to a switch and it would do something. That we could just stick the switch on something, stick the switch to the water, stick the switch to the fish, stick the switch to a pipe. Everything could be switchable. That'd be nice. That'd be really, really nice. Raising and lowering water with the switch would be really cool. There we go. Yeah, that had a gimmick. That had a gimmick. You had an idea there that you, fleshed out a little bit. We didn't have a ton to do in between each of the little sections there, and nothing really changed after the checkpoint at all. But, you know, nice to see a little gimmick in there. Yeah, placeable water tiles would be so nice, or at least water that fills up a spot. What was that? Where's my... Current. That was 10 minutes. We'll take a look at the cap. Then we'll move forward here. GG. Yeah, well, there's lots of ways to add stuff to do that doesn't harm the player. This kind of thing, like literally giving the player something to swim around while they were dodging stuff or dealing with that would have been interesting. More than just swimming straight across. Little bonus things, like maybe you have a difficult to swim in little cave down at the bottom with a couple of 50 coins or 1-ups in it. Some reason for the player to go down there. Waiting, yeah, waiting's a big turnoff. Waiting, in general, isn't something you want to do. Like, a little tiny bit of waiting for an elevator is pretty normal. But having to routinely wait every single time or deal with dodging something that you then have to wait for every single time is something that's just a pretty un-Nintendo-y design. Just generally pretty bad design. I think it's a good idea to make your pacing for your level that you will always be able to one-cycle stuff if you're going at a full run, and then that the wait won't be too long if you're not. Like, you don't want to make the player wait 18 seconds for a P-switch to open one door. That sucks. Making it a maze underwater as the water rises and lowers? That just looked bland? Yeah. Yeah, too much maze stuff would be rough. A little bit might have added a little bit of texture there, so it felt like there was more to do. I really think it's worth digging into how scroll stop works so that you don't have this weirdness. I mean, this was not difficult. Usually, if we're doing unlimited power-ups, that's a good opportunity to, like, look at how you're doing the boss fight and cool it. Reduce the power-ups, give the player a limited or specific number of power-ups, and control for it, but that also wasn't that hard. They just kind of were there. But not a lot to that, boss fight. But it does seem like as we get further along, some of the lukewarmness is warming up a little bit, so hopefully that continues. Yep. Yeah, just needed walls running all the way to the top and bottom, and then it would have stopped the camera right there, which would have made the boss fight feel a little bit smarter. I think you can stack stuff on top of the bloopers to get something out of that too. To get a little bit more hits out of him. You might be able to put wings on him. I don't know if you can put wings on a blooper with babies, but I know in general that usually gets you more hit points for a lot of stuff, but I don't know if the fireballs matter. You already put wings on it? Okay. Yeah, fireballs probably just invalidate it. don't care about fireballs. But yeah, it was fine. Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, I'm trying to spitball some better underwater boss, but it is tough. And at the very least, it wasn't a terrible bunch of underwater levels. That can, on its own, be really miserable. Or you can get a terrible idea, like, what if I did an underwater auto-scrolling level? Which the answer is no. NYJ, 2QP, 8DG. Let's take a look at what we got here. King Chaos. Not to use any of the pre-made bosses. Well, I mean, that's a fine limitation if you come up with really good custom bosses. And, you know, we've all played all the built-in bosses a ton of times. Sticking them in a small room is not very interesting and is not something a lot of people want to see. But that said, I do feel like the pre-made bosses are a really great place to start for coming up with either an interesting arena that leverages the bosses in an interesting way, or adds some additional stuff to the boss fight that makes it take a little longer and makes it so the player doesn't just camp the first 3 hits as fast as they can and then they're done. And then figuring out a way to do that that's interesting and novel and well balanced is art of it on its own too. Yeah, we didn't have all of them. They added the Koopalings in an update. We just had Bowser Jr. and Bowser and Boom Boom and Pow Pow. Yeah, the Koopa, they're all useful. They're all variously useful differently. They spend a lot of time in their shells in some of the styles. And, like, the things that Roy does, depending on the configuration, people do horrible things with them. And I wish they were more interesting. I really wish they did more than what we got. King Chaos, what do you want me to take a look at here? Forgot what you've played, so scroll through if you like. Okay. Do. Wow. Larry's Blinding Mansion. Let me guess, it's dark. Yeah, I don't think people worry too much about their clear rate. Yeah, I think Morton and Roy are the ones that can be pretty annoying. Morton hides too, doesn't he? A lot of new soup. Is it all new soup? Do you only make new soup? No, here's some super. Let's look at this one. 5-minute world record. 3-minute world record. Let's look at this one. Larry moves a lot. Larry's the one with the balls, right? That's a wiener. What was the lower path? You can play Iggy's, Verdant, Vivarium, or Morton's. Wow. Wow, you told me to just scroll. Here I am getting all ready for Zelda. Let's take a look at this one. Iggy has cast a magic spell, giving life within his Vivarium. Vivarium is... I'm pretty sure it's a terrarium for plants, right? Let me Google it. Vivarium. Stupid horror movie. What's the definition of a vivarium? Google! No! Fuck you! I don't want your AI slop. Enclosed area designed to keep and raise plants. Okay. But what I was gonna say is it's one of those words that sounds sexual. It sounds like it has a sexual meaning. Are we indicating where they are? Oh, we are indicating where they are. That's nice. Always like that. I'm an idiot. Happy you did in your super world was split paths for the second level so players can choose. Yeah. That's always nice. And it gives you end up filling out more of the level that way, so it feels less empty, which is good. You're not going to like this one. It's an old and slow one. That was probably the Zelda one that I pulled up, huh? Really? These sports. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I am constantly distracted by Mina the Howler. I am thinking about it just at all times. A couple more hours. We will be back. I will be live again after I eat. I will leave soon. I will eat dinner, and then I will come back, and we will play Mina the Hollower. And if I'm ready a little early, and I'm getting really frustrated, I might just play the demo over and over while we wait for it to come out. The reason that level exists is to give the player a bunch of lives. Oh yeah, I don't think you have to worry too much about lives, especially if you're not starting the player with one. But it never hurts. It never hurts to give it to them. No Casey tonight. No Casey tonight? No cat stuff? Maybe that was one of the pings on the Discord here. Let me see. In general. Oh, just Barnstorm. Barnstorm's choke room. I'll pull that up and take a look at that later. Okay, glad I could get in there. Crackers has literally not moved. He's just been sitting there like a lump. Just looks like there's a picture of my cat over the stream. Hey, Fatty. Yeah, thank you for moving, for proving that you exist. Hi, how you doing? Do you want treats? I feel bad that I woke him up. Now he gets to eat some treats. And then he will inevitably go back to sleep. Part of a longer video I made, a few clips of people dying in the room, cool. I hate how slowly you crawl across vines, so I'm glad we're being encouraged to jump, and it's built around jumping. Because just crawling on vines is a pretty rough experience. Oh, I hate Upside Down Cave. Upside Down Cave makes me unhappy. I do not think that style is ever worth using. I think Nintendo should have done, we must have played this previously because I remember this boss. But the rest of the level itself seemed fine. Did not strike me as, familiar. Boss looks familiar, though. Okay, he flips the switches. And then he'll fall down here and we can deal with him. Oh, and these will only fire when the switches flip. That's cute. Can he flip more than one switch? Oh my god. No, I don't think it has any niche uses. I think it can only artificially raise the difficulty. Because it's literally only a visual thing. It's just this. It's just turning your head upside down. What if you played Mario Maker upside down? Would that be niche or just artificially making it harder for yourself? But Mario Maker people do really like artificial difficulty. Fucking no skip people. What if I did a stream where I had to eat everything anybody puts on my plate, no matter what it is? Wouldn't that be cool? No skipping. Oh, somebody put poop on it. I have to eat it. Ha! Thank God Nintendo didn't, like, record if you skip or not. Change level quite a bit, yeah. While boss fight's still here, boss fight still seems to work really well at making sure the player has to do something in between each hit. Oop. And I'm really good at killing myself. My niche use was aesthetic. Off. Yeah, I really wish Nintendo had done something more interesting with it. Having the gravity flip with the on-off switch would have been really cool. But I would much rather have just had the player on ceilings than have the controls get fucky because everything's just rendered upside down. And the fact that you don't even build it upside down even makes it even dumber. Sports. There we go. All right. Oop. Yeah, very cute. Yeah, boss fight works really well. I remember having criticism for the boss fight at some point in the past, but everything just worked really well. We had a little bit of like catch mechanic down there for if he hits the P switch, so you know how that's gonna work. We have a checkpoint right beforehand, so you really get a good download on everything that's gonna happen, and get a good understanding of the boss fight pretty quick. Yeah, that's a fun way to kind of tease out a full traditional boss fight in a little area. And that's the Vivarium of it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, anything you can do with upside down, you can do right side up. It offers nothing. The enemies all work the same. Everything works the same because it just turns your monitor upside down forcibly, which is unfortunate. They should not have done that. They should have done anything else. Flipping gravity with the on-off switch would have been really cool, especially if gravity for you and the enemies was different. So let's say you're on the ground and all the enemies have reverse gravity, then you hit the switch and everything flips. That would have been really fucking cool. We could have done really cool stuff with that. Man, would that have been fun. At the very least, I wish they had kept the controls consistent since it's just visual, but the fact that they flipped up and down as well is very annoying. Although I'm sure it would annoy other people, they probably should have given us a toggle for it, but Nintendo hates giving us options. Imagine having an option for one specific level type. Oh. Yeah, GG. That was good. 48. YTF. Oh, can't type. JSL. C4, 8. C4, 8. Is that the last one? No, and then one from Colombit. Okay. Colombit, is that a troll level you dropped in there, or is that something else? Storely mode upside down levels didn't hurt my brain because I was very simple platforming. Yeah, and they were doing that thing where they were trying to mirror it a little bit, which I think is what a lot of people tried to clone out making them too, but it isn't good because it's just visual. There are better ways to do a mirror. I liked what Kirby Superstar did in one of the levels where you're going through doors to change the seasons. And I feel like that also would have been better. Anything would have been better. Just gonna put this out there. I wish we could make the level longer, if you know what I mean. It would be nice if we could use the subworld as a longer main world, but Nintendo loves their limitations. They really do. They like being the arbiters of fun. Riding the train? Is he coming on the train? He is coming on the train. Okay. So are we keeping the train alive the whole time? Description. Escort the Goombrat to the end of the stage. Here's your key to progressing. Okay. How quickly do we learn that we need to escort him? You do give me a little indicator at the beginning. But I feel like that indicator is telling me to jump on him. But I guess that won't make sense. But the first thing I do is jump on him. Oh, you tell me no. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's definitely a good level of trying to explain it to me so that I am not an idiot right out the gate. Well, yeah, I mean, I honestly think that Nintendo's kind of bad at designing levels sometimes, and that's one of the things that they'll never really acknowledge in any meaningful way. But, like, the Search Party levels in Mario Wonder are hot fucking garbage. Those levels should not exist. They should not have been created. And when Mario Maker 3 finally comes out, we will be tortured by that shit. And idiots saying, Nintendo made levels like this, so they're not bad design. Like, no, they are, and you are bad for not recognizing it. Good God. Oh, I hope this doesn't get really spammy. Red shells might start feeling spammy. Maybe not. When gravity switches, would you want the camera to also switch? I would rather the camera not switch and Mario just be on the ceiling. I think Mario being on the ceiling, wow, rude, would be a lot more interesting than Well, let's look for some cheese here. I think Mario flipping up onto the ceiling without the camera changing would be much more interesting than what we got. I'm gonna look for cheese. Oh, can't go in that pipe. hate Hammer Bros, but at least we have power-ups. Okay, and it looks like there's no way for me to drag a bomb over. He has to just walk in there. Wanted to spread stuff out, but you can't. Yeah, one thing some people will do is use a switch to have you repeat a segment, and then use red or blue blocks or P-switch blocks on or off, or other blocks that get destroyed. Like, you can have breakable blocks that get blown up by something, and then have those blocks spawn blocking something else, so that now that that thing is gone, something else can spawn and you repeat the segment. You can also have it go faster for the second segment if you have a way to speed it up. It looks like on the bottom we're probably on conveyor belt. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. So probably just faster conveyor belt. Yeah, it seemed like the spam was only heavy in that segment. We'll see when we're doing it right here in a sec. I do wish that we didn't have too much low overhead. Wow. Yeah, I wish he would calm down. Aw, I wish we didn't have such a low overhang here. Oh, so that it was easier for me to actually dodge over the escort buddy here. Looks like we're kind of clearing that up. Yeah, I feel like if you give the player Lakitu's Cloud, though, they're gonna do this. I hope none of those, kill our little dude. I guess that's one of the things we should be worrying about. Maybe not Fire Flower? Maybe, yeah, maybe not Fire Flower. There's another Bob-omb. That Bob-omb is kind of close to the end here. Wow, it is hard to get out of the water. Oh, more power-ups there. I wonder if we could throw him in there fast enough. Probably not. Maybe with the cloud, but it would be tough. Give it another shot here. Yeah, I think one of the things that really shows how little Nintendo cared about creating a good environment for execution is, one, they give us so many things that let you make terrible levels. I hate myself. Like, you can literally get 999 coins and place 999 Kaiser blocks, and they don't make you check anything else. There's no way, they don't make any effort to stop some of the laziest, awful ideas, or to stop people, like to even allow people to report stupid soft locks. Which is awful. But also the fact that there are a ton of things in story mode. I really wish we could get this Fire Flower without having to contend with these guys. This is a very, very, very awkward interaction that I'm basically just going to have to damage boost through. Which I don't love. The fact that there were a bunch of things in story mode that they never gave us in the main game, like the toads and the Stone of Destiny, and a couple other things I'm not. Oh, the don't leave the water clear condition, kind of just shows that like they don't care. Because I feel like if you cared really a lot about presenting to the player example creations that are really great, then when you realize, like, oh, we can't do the stone for whatever insane reason they decided not to do the stone, it works just fine. But whatever crazy reason they had, they didn't drop the stone levels, right? Don't even show it to us. Don't give it to us at all. Yeah, Acorn would let you hover a little bit more above. The propeller suit would as well, but a little more annoying. Acorn has pretty dynamic moves. Yeah, see how awkward that ends up being? Yeah, you kind of made an auto-scroll level without the auto-scroll. That kind of suffers for some of the auto-scroll stuff. Let's see how long it actually takes for this whole thing to get to the end. But I do think if you're doing an auto-scroll segment, you really want to try to make sure that it's under a minute so that you don't have to repeat this over and over. Set up and then just waiting for the boat to get to the end. Instead of red blasters, you also could have used... Really? Why are you like this? How are we getting that set up differently each time? You also could have looked at other things that shoot enemies out, like pipes and black blasters we have here, but pipes would have also been an option. Am I still in the cloud? Bam. Oh, and they get murdered. Yeah, but you get a lot of the problems that you get with an auto-scroll, but then we're missing the one thing that auto-scroll offers that we don't have here is the consistency in layout. If this was auto-scroll, every enemy would always be spawning pretty much exactly the same if our positioning was always the same. The blasters will shoot the opposite way if we're not, but for the most part, things would be more consistent with auto-scroll. Yeah, his positioning is going to be different based on when we kill things and where we kill things. Oh, God. But depending on how we do it, he's going to friggin' do this. Yikes. And then there's that. Yeah. Yeah, there's some choices here that create unsolvable or extremely difficult to solve situations. We are already at about a minute before we're anywhere near the last little platform. We'll give it one more shot after this. But I do feel like you still kind of want to, you kind of want to think about auto scrolls as short segments as much as possible. And if you're DIYing your auto scroll, you still want to treat it the same way. Don't give the player a 2-minute boat ride. Escort quest. With not only a single point of failure, but multiple ways for the single point of failure to be inevitable. Ugh. Yeah, about a minute and a half. Hey, hot dog. Crackers did go immediately back and fall asleep in the same spot. Crackers, you're an old man. Hot dog, get up there and lick him. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it's really easy to create these weird interactions where the player is just locked into a failure state. Oh my god. Yeah, we got a lot going on here. We got a lot going on here that's not only difficult to manage, but creates a lot of chaos. I think getting a handle on that chaos so that player expectations could be consistent would hugely help with the level. Let's take a look at the viewer here. Be extremely useful. Oh, we did a little spike top with all that on top of it. Okay. Didn't work with just a muncher, huh? Yeah, you could also do something like if you like the idea of the escort quest, there are some more interesting ways to prevent the player from letting the bomb get lit. I wish we could pick up an unlit bomb, but we can't. But there are some, like, we can manipulate enemy position and with turnaround by placing a POW or a P switch in front of them and force them to turn around. So my first thought with something like this is let's look at not triggering the bomb in a different way. Let's look at fire. So you could do fire bars and you could do fireballs, and having the player trying to position the bomb correctly so that it doesn't go into the fire or so that it misses the fire at a prescribed time. And that would give you a lot more consistency, especially if those things were very often in the same places, or if you did an actual auto scroll so they would always be in the same places relative to each other. So then the player is figuring out basically where to move the thing and when. You could also shorten this up as they go along and create a more challenge that way just by, I guess, killing some munchers, maybe? You might be able to push some munchers off. Yeah, you might be able to push off a row of munchers and then have those outer ones fall that way. Get the platform smaller that way. But yeah, blasters, things that are shooting at the player like this are going to end up being pretty inconsistent. Now, if you did it with auto-scroll and you used pipes, you would have very high consistency. Although the player can delay the spawn, I think they will always spawn at the same times. Whereas these have a little bit of randomness, and then depending on what you do and don't kill, that creates even more randomness, which set up a lot of just difficult to predict and difficult to deal with situations. And with the way that you're basically building your own clear condition, it lets you have a checkpoint. That's the right way to do it if you want to kind of have a clear condition. But it sure would be nice if, oh my god, you didn't do a checkpoint. It sure would be nice if you had a checkpoint, but it sure would be nice if, it wasn't a single hit failure too. I don't know exactly how you do that. If you give the player 2 of them, if you have the player go 45 seconds, and then there's one check for the bomb, and then after that, in the middle here, after they get through the first half, they get they break the block, and then they get a checkpoint, and then they get another one, and then they can go the rest of the way. That might help break it up a little bit too, so it doesn't feel like as long a stretch. But yeah, there's a lot you could do with this. There are a lot of ways you could make something like this work, but the way that it is working right now feels like a lot. It feels like it needs tuning to turn into something less awful. Yeah, fire. I think you might even be able to just take what you have there and reduce the enemies and instead incorporate some fire bars or fireballs, predictable fireballs in some places. That's the Shrek emote, is it? That's Grumpy Shrek. Smork. What does smork mean? S-M-O-R-C. Be a reference to something. Yeah. Yeah, finding a way to make that gimmick work with the experience you want the player to have. Yeah. Yeah, turning stuff around could be kind of fun. Turning stuff around with like either a POW or a P switch, and then you could check for that at the end too. Yeah. Colombit, let's see what you got here. Sports. D2V. 8S3. This will be the last one. I got a hard out at let's say 840. 4940. Let me just double check the release time here. I have time. Approximately 2 hours. It gives me the release time here in SteamDB at 11 p.m. my time. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's say 9 is the absolute extreme latest we can go, and then I just have to hit end and run away with absolutely no warning. Shit, I have too many things open. Where's my chat window? There we go. 5 levels you can play in order. They are short. Top 5. Okay. Take a peek. Reverse Picador. Lunar, what are you doing? What do you mean by 5 levels? Oh, that's this whole profile? They're short. Top 5. Lunar, what are you doing? I have liked things previously from Lunarscapes. I recall that. I started that Stevo collab and didn't finish it, and I didn't heart it. I wonder if I wanted to come back to it. But we should probably be following this. Let's take a look at the one you dropped in there first. The door picks you. Oh no. I'm not sure. I know custom auto scroll isn't available in vertical super worlds. We were just talking about that the other day. The door picks me, huh? I picked no door, and no door picked me. It won't let me put a custom auto scroll. It might be limited in the subworld. But if that's the case, you can just transition the player back out of the subworld after the first room, or use a door instead of a pipe. Oh, the doors are hiding the one way there. Okay. And then these other ones just go to each other? Yep, that's all the door pairs right there. And then there's a wiener. And the wiener has blooper come, I guess? Is that that's what you're telling me? Okay. That was a level. Weird. And this has got to be Lunarscape's second profile, right? That's probably what Tunerscapes is. So then this has good levels in it, and then also some shit posts. But I mean, that was fine. We didn't look at this either. That's pretty new. Okay. Door 1. Prequam to door 2. Carl has played all of them. Makes sense. Easy to forget that the level you make can easily clear, still be very challenging or annoying. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially, Steve talks about it in one of his level building videos. I think this one. Oh my god. The little video there where he kind of talks about how after you do something and it like clicks and it's really easy to do. Like it was hard and it clicks and you get it every time after that, you still should remove that from your level. Okay, I get it. Not funny, but I get it. Because it's not gonna click for other people. Okay, you're lying to me. That's what we're learning. Oop, and now I die. Yep. Holy fuck. Can I just leave? Of course I can just leave. Oh my god. The fact that, okay, I honestly, shitpost level where you can just leave is the right way to do it. If you're gonna do a stupid fucking level, have the stupid thing be optional. That's great. Have the player be allowed to just walk by and leave. Oh man, that's great. That's the way to do it. Then endless players are not forced to engage with your nonsense if they don't want to, and I get that, you know. I do think endless no-skip players deserve the worst things that happen to them. What is in the door? What is that? Is that catsuit Weird Mario? Why do they show us these things but not give us them? Oh, that must have taken a while. Yeah, it's Weird Mario in a catsuit, it looks like. Maybe there's other random Weird Marios you can get. Losing Weird Mario still makes me mad. I was immediately mad, and I am still mad about it. Reboot of Door 5. Now the ire is pipe. But yeah, if you're gonna be a dickhead, you can be a dickhead optionally. I think that's the right way to do it. Okay. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Back in pipe myself. Hot Dog is just laying ass to ass with crackers, and it's so fucking cute. They're best friends. And he is, of course, laying in such a way that he can't be seen by one of the cameras, as is his life choice. They do all do what they said on the tin. Hint, hold. I'm on the phone. With your mom. Oh, shit. as a phone for your mom phone. Oh. Oh, that was very good. That was very funny. Oh, man. Shit. Who's that guy who does shitpost levels I always get mad at? Who is well regarded. I can't remember their name. But they should play these. Pylo, yeah, Pylo. Pylo's done great stuff too. But the shitposts just they don't land with me. They often Oh my god. That's so stupid. Oh my god. Like, this is only funny if you're so far gone. But if you have been thoroughly indoctrinated, this is so good. Y'all. Y'all. Oh my god. I'm gonna piss myself. There it is. But that is not very helpful. Oh man. Is the O over here? Alright. And again, we could just leave, right? I'm pretty sure we could just leave. Oh, man. Just a one-up noise to make Box mad. Oh, I guess that's just a droning noise. That's not the one-up clicking noise. That would have been maybe funnier, is to do the one-up clicking noise on a one-way. I think that would have contributed to your CP1 experience. Skill spike? Is that what that is? Spike that's hard to die on? That is still pretty annoying, though. Holy shit! This is some high-quality nonsense. Yeah, oh man. The level of, like... Is that global? Oh my god, I hate you. This is just mogging other shitpost levels so hard. Oh man, I'm gonna grab a clip of this. I'm gonna have to go and grab a little clip of this. Specifically so I can be like, no, dude, you can have bad ideas. You can take terrible, shitty shitpost ideas, and they can be really funny and low effort. There's the rest of it. Oh, good. Oh, I knew it had to be there. Oh, good. Go back to the previous level. You messed the pipe with the spikes. Which one? Pipe 3? Do. Okay, cool. Do. This one? Pipe 3. This one? We did this one. Oh, we didn't jump over the ending thing there, did we? That's what we missed. These boys. Oh, what's down here? Hell. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, good job on dropping this in at the end especially. But this is great. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what the effort level is here, but I think these are perfect examples of how you can make a garbage level or your garbage contest that is shitty, but is legitimately still, like, both funny and does not celebrate extremely awful experiences. Like, you know, and I know I'm persnickety about it. I know that I can be hard-headed and hyperbolic, both for comedy and in just the way that I look at things. I can be escalatory. But I also really hate the way that a lot of people produce, like that quote that I like to come back to. I really should just have it written down on a command somewhere, where if a community gets its kicks by pretending to be stupid, they will find themselves surrounded by stupid people believing they're in good company. Something like that. It's often misattributed to Descartes or something. Somebody... What is that hint supposed to be? Last pipe you did not check, which has spikes on screen. No, I think we checked this one. I think we went in the spikes, right? Dude. But a lot of people end up making, spike. Oh, we didn't go in it. Okay, none of the pipes are go-inable. Is the whole thing like this? Oh, this is the rest of that. Okay. Did I learn something? There isn't even a fish up there. Defender room? What does that mean? Just bad hint? Oh, there's the spike. No getting away from it. That's great. Okay, I think that's it for this one, right? Yeah, these are great. Yeah, the point being is that a lot of people engage with shitposty stuff and garbage levels in a way that I don't feel like effectively... I'm gonna go back and like this one now. That doesn't effectively differentiate itself from that which they aim to criticize or joke at. But even if you're like, well, I don't want to criticize it, like, you can celebrate it in a way that's enjoyable, which I think these are. I think these are excellent, excellent celebrations of bad ideas done well. Exemplary little shitposts. Sequel to the first do-ar, now there is another do-ar. Door. Yeah, you could take almost any bad idea and work it into something that works. Got him. And I also think that's a much better goal. I thought maybe there was some way that was the one. I think that's a much better goal than just trying to make the dumbest, whatever, garbage level. But even if you don't want to put in that much effort, the joke it shows door goes to the key door. Oh, can I just make that? I can just make that, can't I? And the key door is not enterable. It goes to the key. Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. And we're supposed to just go over there, and there he is. There he is. You know, he could drop a POW, and then we could put the POW under here, and then we could go into this door, and that door could, like, put us into the swamp or something. There's one more little shitpost you could have squeezed out of that. One more little gag. Yeah, GG's. Those were fucking great. Yeah, I guess... Maybe those were high effort. Like, maybe those hey, that's a different Weird Mario again. There must be a bunch of them. There's a bunch of ways that you can take a bad idea and make it really funny. And there, I also feel like you can do low effort, high comedy things, and those are great examples of low effort, high comedy, extremely shitty, like without sucking. Yeah, GG's. Great stuff at the end there. I will be back in 8:30, 9:30, 10:30 in 2.5 hours, right? Yeah, 2.5 hours. To play Me Into the Hollower. First impressions. I played the demo a million times. First impressions on the full game, full release. I don't know how far we'll get or how long we'll go for, but I really like getting my first impressions, and I'm very excited about it. However, Casey didn't show up. Let's do this anyway. Let's do this anyway before we wrap up here. Because the cats are probably sad if they don't get food. Sports. Sports, right, guys? Oh, they're looking. They know. Did you guys hear me picking this thing up? Do you know what the noise, the neck noise means? Okay. 50-50. Yeah, I was leaving it up to look at the ones we haven't played. We probably played them at some point. But yeah, I figured we'd take a look at that tomorrow unless I decide to continue Me Into the Hollower. I still haven't figured out what I want to do with that. I might just get up in the morning tomorrow and be like, no, I'm just going to stream the whole thing. I might not. We'll see how the stream goes later and how I'm feeling. Hi, guys. Do you guys want some of this? Let's all go up here, huh? Let's go up here where it's easy to film you. Crackers, let me give you the treat taxi here. Oh, don't yell at me. Hey, Pud. Pud! Hopefully he comes running. Yeah, we'll give the cats a little bit of treat. Pud, too lazy. He is a lazy boy. Oh, hot dog, you look cute today. Look at your stump. Sometimes his legs look so short and stumpy. That's what he looks like right now. He looks stumpy. He's such a little baby. Crackers, you are not a little baby. You are a fat baby. Where is Pud? All right, let's go find Pud. He's not in this. He's not in the window. I don't want you guys to leave, so let's give you guys a little more. Pud! My mouth is dry. I can't whistle good. Pud. Pud, what are you doing? Don't you want treats? Come get this. Oh, hot dog, don't rush out here with them. Come on, you guys, come in here for treats. They are cute. Thank you. This one's the second cutest. This one's the third cutest, right, Pud? Aw. But it's a close third. Come here, eat some treats. Eat some treats while I touch you. Take a tour around your house to find Pud next time. Yeah, I got a lot of boxes that have shipping labels on them, so I have to be a little careful right now. They'll be out of there pretty soon, but it's pretty messy over there. We got a storage unit recently to get a bunch of the stuff in storage for all the Vine stuff that I've been doing. And most of it's in there except for a couple of things I gotta sell, but I haven't removed all the shipping labels. Hot dog, are you coming back, buddy? Yeah, you are. Come on, little pal. Little Palorino. This one's the first cutest. We found him in a car, under a car, and then in its engine. He was very hard to get out, but very happy to have a home. You almost wouldn't know he was going to be a feral cat, who's probably was mother of a child of a feral cat. Yeah, usually we do this pretty early on stream, but I'm guessing the person who really likes the redemption is probably just busy. That's okay. It happens. But we don't want to miss the little treats for the little guys. All that beeping is fine. It's the stupid add-on I have that tells me when stuff drops, and apparently it's dropping now. I'm going to have to deal with that noise. Free cat weighs nice. Always nice. That's probably what it was. Yeah. Well, and we hadn't seen Hot Dog in so long. Oop, are you going to lick that for me? Oh, no, it's on your face. It's on your face, buddy. Do you know how to get that spot? Hot Dog. Oh, my God, his face. Oh, my God. Here, Crackers, have a little more. And let's see if we can help him out here. Oh, my God, he's not getting it. Hot Dog, come on. Do you not know how to get up there? Freezer, how you doing? Yeah, kitties. Kitties are closing us out here. They are pretty cute, though. Oh, it leaked out the side. It's on my finger. Oh, well, damage has been done now. I do not have pet insurance. Can you lick this without biting me? Please? Please don't bite. How about you, bud? Can you lick me? Oh, you can lick me. Oh. Look at that. Hot Dog. I'm here to help. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready to be helped? I gotta do it fast. That was not fast. Did we get it? I think we got all of it. Oh, he's mad at me. I'm sorry. Pud, lick your brother's food. But yeah, I don't have pet insurance because it's pretty expensive, and a lot of times the coverage isn't great from what I've heard. Please don't bite me. Don't bite, don't bite, don't bite. Oh. I have to wash my hands now. There's the rest in Crackers, and I guess maybe we'll see the new catnip later. Oh, that is a noise. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. You guys have a good night, and we'll be back in about 2 hours and 20 minutes to do some Mina the Hollower.